You are listening to Let the Money Talk podcast, a podcast where our Phillip Capital's experts deconstruct world-class tactics, tools, and routines for managing your finances. I'm Rashawn, your host for Money Never Sleeps. Stay tuned for our experts' top tips.
Hello, I'm Rashawn Gidwani, and welcome to Money Never Sleeps. It's good to have you all with us today. I'm Phillip Capital's media host and presenter, and today we have a very special guest who goes by the name of Dinesh Sharma. Let me tell you a bit more about him. Dinesh Sharma, it's more than a name. It's a promise. Gotta love that. He's a financial planner. He's a remiser. And today we're going to pick his brain. Today's topic is who wants to be a millionaire? And Dinesh is going to help us answer this question. Is it you? Is it me? Stay tuned to find out more. Who wants to be a millionaire? No, this is not the game show, but let's kick off with our first question. Let's introduce Dinesh. Dinesh, how are you?
I'm great, Roshan. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, sure, man. It's 11 in the morning right now as we're recording this. Having a good morning so far?
Yeah. It's a good morning so far.
Awesome. Cool. What'd you have this morning? Coffee, tea?
I had a very heavy breakfast with a client earlier.
Awesome. And what's your go-to drink, man?
I'm more of a Milo kind of man.
A Milo kind of man. Gotta love that. All right, let's get into it. So I'm pretty sure most of our listeners are curious. What do you mean when you say, who wants to be a millionaire?
Yeah, so hi everyone. I'm Dinesh Sharma. So before I begin, my sharing is purely my personal opinion. I should not be construed as professional financial advice. So as the title says, it's as easy as it gets. It summarizes my belief that one can reach their first million in assets by making the right choices. By adopting simple investing techniques and strategies, we can become millionaires without entering a squid game.
So you're talking about real life, Dinesh. Is that right? Tell us more.
Yes, totally. So we start by getting your finances in shape, such as managing your cash flow better and determining the right amount of money to put into risk-adjusted investments. Through the combination of good money management and prudent investing, you'll be able to build a nest egg which you can use to retire comfortably or to pursue other long-term goals, such as funding a child's university education or buying a bigger home.
Right. So what you're saying is that while some people may dream of becoming a millionaire, it's not all about being flashy or buying an expensive car or an expensive house. It's about having a real goal to take care of your loved ones and the desire to achieve something, to provide something in the future for your loved ones or yourself. Is that right?
Yes, that's very true. Because most people, when they think about accumulating that $1 million, they really think it's a very impossible goal. But the fact is, it's actually very doable. With a time horizon of 20 years, I believe that any working adult can invest merely $600 a month and have $1 million in their account by the time they retire.
Right. That's the goal. So I'm sure our listeners are now hooked. I'd like to find out more, as I'm sure our listeners would also. What would this strategy look like?
Yeah, so we usually start by visualizing a picture of a snowball at the top of a mountain. And after it's given its first push, it starts rolling down the slope. And it rolls, it gradually gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Eventually, it becomes many times larger than it was at the start. That's the power of compounding, and that's the tool we use to help our clients.
Right. Makes sense. Please tell us more.
Yeah, so in other words, by investing a modest sum or fraction of your monthly income as a first step, it's possible for you to be able to gradually snowball your initial investment into an amount that you can comfortably retire with. For instance, if you assume an 8% return from the S&P 500 index, which is a very conservative estimate given that it performed way higher, it's definitely possible for a 30-year-old to accumulate $1 million by the time he is 60. And that's with a strategy of investing less than $1,000 a month.
Right. So what you're really saying is anyone can become a millionaire. And if they want to, this is how. So go on. What exactly is your role in this process?
Yeah, totally. Anyone can be a millionaire. So as a FA with Phillip Capital, I'm confident that by tapping on our access to a well-diversified range of financial instruments, such as stocks, bonds, unit trusts, funds, we're able to create a fruitful investment strategy for working adults from all walks of life so that they can make their first million.
Right. And that seems really exciting for a young person. So here's the big question. Would this still be relevant to those with the shorter runway to retirement, such as a person in their 40s or 50s?
Yeah, totally. So I have a lot of experience in dealing with this older group of clients. And in my experience, they can be broadly divided into two groups: those who have saved up across the years and those who haven't. For those who have been very prudent, they can begin on drawing upon their savings for their retirement and perhaps maybe take on a conservative investment approach. But for those who haven't had the opportunity to build up their nest egg because life got in the way, they may have to take on some risk in their investment to make higher returns. This will help them make up for the gap in their savings.
Right. So it really, it comes down to people. You can really invest. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. It's for people for all walks of life, right?
Totally.
And it depends on the individual and their individual bank balance. And then from that point on, you'll help them decide what to do. Tell us more about risk.
Yeah, so risk can be a very scary word for many people, but it doesn't have to be. When FAs say risk, like me, financial advisors, what we actually mean is calculated risk. And to put that in a more detailed terms, it means that the portfolios that we tailor for our clients are diversified. Your eggs won't all be in the same basket. So when the market drops, you can sleep easy knowing that your investments are taken care of. And that's something that we do for all our clients, regardless of whether they're young or old or whether they've just started investing or not. All that matters is that you get started in your investment journey so that you can be a millionaire.
Right. And you got to get started right away because you can, right? Wonderful. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Dinesh.
My pleasure.
Great. So this was a short and sweet introduction to Dinesh Sharma and the types of services available at Phillip Capital. If our listeners are interested to learn more, they want to reach out to Dinesh, how can they do that?
Yeah, you can look me up on Facebook and Instagram. Just look out for Dinesh Sharma Financial Planning.
Awesome, man. Okay, great. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Another fruitful episode of Money Never Sleeps. Till next time, stay tuned, get investing, and become a millionaire. Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, please forward it to others, share it on social media, and leave a review. Follow this channel for other podcasts.